Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mr. Richard, and this is Rich Get Richard. And today we're going to be talking about one of the best books of all time. Or is it? At least when it comes to money. So, have you heard of an author called Robert Kiyosaki? He is one of the fathers of real estate and financial guruisms, or whatever the hell you want to talk about. But he has a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. If anybody is anybody who loves talking about money, financial, real estate, buying a business, owning a business, he always talks about this book. And he always promotes this book. And anybody and everybody probably should go read this book. It is a great book. But is it the GOAT? Is it the best financial book of all time? Because you can ask any financial guru, any financial expert when it comes to money, and they've all read it, and they always recommend you to read it. There's some other ones that you might can get into, but Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, is typically one of the best. And if you want a kind of quick synopsis or overview of what it's about, he has two fathers. He has one father that's rich, and he has one father who is not poor, but just makes real bad financial decisions. So what he does is he learns and does everything from his good father, and then he takes the information from his bad father and compares them to his rich father, and pretty much only does what his rich father does, because he asks his poor father, man, why are you doing it like this? My other father, or his stepfather, because his mama remarried, which I think the story is even fake, but it's a good story. It's a good principle. And he takes the information he learned from his poor father, and he goes and try to learn the same thing from his rich dad. So I guess that's where this story comes, because you're learning from somebody who's doing something bad, and something that's somebody learning from somebody who's doing something good. And the crazy part about it is a lot of people think you can't gain value or gain substance from an individual who are doing something bad, but you can almost learn more from an individual who is not in a better position than you are, than a person who's in a position that you want to be in. You know, you don't necessarily have to get value out of seeing someone else succeed. You can watch somebody fail and actually learn from those mistakes too. So that's not even a Robert Kiyosaki analogy. That's just something that I've learned and gathered throughout the years. Watch where people fail and take their mistakes and almost count them as your own experiences, and then kind of pivot and go from there. Okay, so I pulled up some things that Robert Kiyosaki say, that 10 steps that his rich dad or to get rich did. And let me evaluate them, and I'm going to give you my perspective on them. And then you kind of in the comment section, tell me if you think that's legit or that's stupid or whatever you're thinking about. Okay. First, you got to decide to be rich. That's what he says, number one. And I think when he says you got to decide to be rich, I think it's not necessarily you have to decide like, yeah, I want to be rich. That's dumb. I think you have to mentally commit to the act of being rich, because once you mentally commit to something like that, the physical aspects of you doing it will naturally follow. So whenever you say, yeah, man, I want to be rich, your habits will change, your money spending will change, and just your overall mentality towards money will change. A lot of people think it's just physically thinking, yeah, I want to be rich. Duh. No, it's not that simple. And I think that's what he mean by that. So rate that lesson or step 1 through 10. I give it a 6.5. That is decent. Decide what kind of money problem you want. So I guess what he's saying is, what kind of money problem do you want? Is all money comes with problems. You know, Puffy, Notorious Big, even said it best: the more money you have, the more problems you have. I think what he's saying is, what kind of issues do you want to deal with on a day-to-day basis when it comes to money? So I'm almost in the people game. So I have to deal with people all day long that have an issue with something. They want to do this, they want to do that, and I have to address those issues and concerns that those individuals have. If you were in the if you're an auto mechanic, then you deal with car issues all the time. If you own a pet grooming business, you got to deal with pets all the time. Do you want to deal with, smelling like pee, or walking on dog crap, or dogs barking all day? Those are the type of problems you got to deal with, because more than likely, if you help people solve their problem, then yeah, I guess you can make money at it. So as far as a rule, Number two, I get that. I don't really care for that much. I give it about a 4.7. Write your plans and follow it. Hey, before I even give you my opinion on it, this is a 9.9 out of 10. I am real big on writing plans down. I have journals all throughout my office. And if you got an idea, jot it down, put a box next to it. And that box, when you get the box, you check it off. Because you'll just go through analysis paralysis. You just think to yourself, man, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I need to do this. And then you never do anything, right? But when you write it down and I call it an execution plan. That means you've already decided to do it. You've already thinking about this. So now you make a box. And once you realize, I want to do this, you make the box, you check the box off, and then you execute on that. And then it's something too about having a tangible thing in your hand stating to do something. You can always say, I need to go to the store and get groceries. But once you write it on the piece of paper, like, here's my grocery list and here's the things I need. Now you have an execution plan. Now you can go out and do it. So write a plan and follow it through, 9.9 out of 10. Deciding where you want to do your banking. I think a bank is a bank. I don't think there's a true really advantage of having a credit union versus a bank. You might get better interest rates. You might get better returns on some of your stuff. You might get better credit cards and better rewards. But overall, a bank is just a tool to get you to your destination. So number 4, I rate that about a 2.8. Choose your friends and your partners wisely. Yes. There's a common terminology that states that show me your friends and I'll show you your future, because the individuals you associate with and the friends you hang with are going to be the people that you essentially make money with. Or, if they're out there drinking and smoking all day, hey man, come hang out. What do you think you're going to do by default? Drink and smoke. If you out there going to the party and going to the club, you're going to do the same thing. If you have, golfing buddies and all they do on the course is talk about money, you will naturally have money if you just start associating and hanging with those type of individuals. So just some quick places you can go to like meetup.com or go on the Facebook groups with people and all they're going to do is talk about money. Certain Facebook groups, certain meetups, real estate groups. Just get in there and just listen to people talking about money. You see people just talking about transactions and doing this and doing that, and you'll be surprised of the knowledge you can gain and or the relationships you can build. Just dress to impress and then kind of go from there. So I rate that. That's pretty high. 9-ish. I give it about 9.1. And it says give yourself time. Give yourself time and don't get rich quick. I'd rather say you're not going to get rich quick instead of give yourself time. But I guess I get the just for it. So whenever you give yourself time, that means that, I see a lot of people out here pushing like Forex programs or pushing trading and crypto. And, man, I made $27,000 this week. Like, dude, that's an isolated event. It's not replicatable. It damn near isn't even teachable. And the majority of your students won't get any results from that. So don't chase the quick bag. Go for the long bag, because that long, secure bag is where the money is. So, I give this about an 8.6. It takes time. You're not going to happen overnight, and it ain't going to happen quick. And it ain't going to happen as big as you think it is. That almost leads to the next question. Think small, start small, dream big. A lot of people think that whenever they start, they're going to just be making money right away. Hey, man, I want to start this business. Okay, well, you almost have to see it as you won't make any money for the next 2 years, because the majority of startups fail because the startup failure rate, 90%. And the majority of the reason that why they failed is one of the main reasons is lack of capital or lack of income. Nobody want to work for free, and nobody want to put their heart, sweat, tears into something that ain't making no money. So you have to think small, get small gains, get small tractions, and then over time you will start to generate some money. And then you got to have big dreams. You got to have long dreams too. You got to have something that's foreseeable, achievable, and obtainable down the line. You almost shouldn't even be taking your first check for years. Like even when I started on social media, I'll give you a quick synopsis, a quick scenario. I told myself I didn't want to make any money from social media for 3 years. Nothing. People would say, you got a mentorship, you got coaching, you got one-on-ones, you got some downloadable content, you got a course. Nope. I don't want it. Because I didn't need the money. And my objective was to grow my channel, not to profit from it. Even though, you might have, some people have 2 million followers and making no money. And I know people that got 10,000 followers that make $1 million a year on TikTok or on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. So don't necessarily think that it's necessarily you set a goal to think small and then stick to the goal. All right. So I guess I get that. Start small. Yeah. And I almost rather you focus on starting. Just start. You get people that never start. Got $1 million idea. Never start. Real quick, I also read this article that stated that every human being has 4 ideas a year that could make them $1 million. 4. You ever been walking somewhere and you're like, man, why don't someone have this? Or you ever see something and you say, man, why don't individuals do this way? The average human comes up with 4. I'm always in that entrepreneur mindset. I think I come up with more. But the average person comes up with 4 ideas or 4 plans they could execute easily and make $1 million, but they fail to start. So start first. Just start it. Figure it out on the back end. I'd rather have a product that makes money, that it ain't the perfect product. I can always go back and revamp it and adjust and do that stuff. Just start. Before you explain it, make a contract. Before you expand, make a contract. Huh? Number 8, I don't know. That don't make any sense to me. So I get out of 1.2. Before I expand, make a contract. I don't know. I guess make a contract with yourself or individuals you're doing business with. I don't know. Get bigger faster. I guess when it comes to get bigger faster, I think what that individual is trying to say is that if you're the biggest fish in the pond, you'll pretty much get all the water. So say if you're the first to market, but that's only applicable if you're in an industry that's unsaturated, right? Because the majority of things you think about are oversaturated. You can almost stroll on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and it's just all, every 3 posts is an ad about the same thing. Boom, boom, boom. Real estate, boom, boom, boom. Drop shipping, boom, boom, boom. Amazon FYP, boom, boom, boom. Airbnb, boom, boom, boom. Buy this product, boom, boom, boom. Sell this product, boom, boom, boom. You want to be rich? And it's all pretty much kind of saturated. So get bigger faster. How are you going to get bigger but start small? That's like a contradiction to what this individual is saying. So get bigger faster. I don't really like that. Just start and do as hard as you can, as much as you can, as fast as you can. And then the money will come. The more you share, the richer you become. I think what he means by this is, and this is the last rule, the more you share, the richer you will become. So what I think what he means is the more you share your idea with people, and okay, I can kind of respect this. This is a little higher. So the more you share the fact that you're doing something, the more likely and the more money you will get from it, and the richer you become. So like, say if you're an expert at golfing and you could teach people how to golf and lower their stroke by 10 points or 10 strokes. the more you share that with the world, you'll be surprised of the individuals that need your service that don't even know you exist. And a lot of people can get rich from pretty much simple word of mouth. You'll be surprised at how many people will come to you because someone else referred you. It's true that we're only like 6 degrees from separation from anything. And at any given time, you have access to anybody. All you have to do is get that message out there and let them individuals know that you're providing a service and that you can help them in their journey or help them accomplish whatever task that you kind of have a specialty at. And a lot of people feel like, man, what am I good at? You might not think so, but you are an expert at something. People will pay you to teach them that one skill that you are good at. I want you to sit back, we'll take a little quick exercise, and I want you to think 5-10 seconds of what you could teach somebody that you know a lot more information on it than the average person. And I don't give a damn if it's something like a video game. I don't give a damn if it's about sports. I don't give a damn if it's about golf, cooking, fitness, landscaping, construction, yoga. I don't care. There's one thing that you can teach somebody else for a small fee. So I want you to focus on that, and that'll be your lesson for the day. What can you sell somebody, or what could you teach somebody, and what could you coach somebody on? And you feel like you kind of an expert at it or a master at it. So take your phone and just record yourself talking about it. You know, speak to text and just go. 5 minutes later, put it in a Word doc, make bullet points, put it in ChatGPT and say, make this bullet form, or make this a course, or make this a lesson plan. It kind of spills it out, and then boom. Hey man, you want to learn how to golf? I got a 10-step golf plan. $10, $5. Hey, that's how the rich get richer. So I don't know where you're watching this at. If you're watching it on social media or on YouTube, thank you for watching. Please make sure you click the link above and either join the class or shoot me an email, and let's see if we can get something started. If you like the content I provided, please make sure you're following, and go out there and chase your dreams and pursue them, because you never know where they're going to take you. But I know where they'll take you if you don't do them, and that's doing the same stuff you was doing yesterday. Till next time, my friends.